And you fucked up.
The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Ducks will put it away to start the game.
That's a little bit out there.
Coming out with it, it's Mason. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone.
Yeah, I think. No.
So she was here from 5 to what, 9:30 on Friday? Right?
What day?
On Friday?
Yes.
Like 9:30?
Yes.
Work out as he stopped at the 13.
7.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these formations. They go to the ground. Good surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z.
How many hours is that? 11?
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Hauls it in. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Finds his man. It's Gay. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Offenses don't like being in this situation. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So just make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup because this environment is hostile.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. That's reeled in. It's Perry. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Here's the handoff. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. Gets it past the marker. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. The give to the back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
And he's knocked down.
Man, and you see the wide receiver, he's got to push upfield, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Tight end now in motion. Wide receiver going in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's Connors. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Ducks send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and take it back. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Gay. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. They boot it away on fourth down. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He's got it on the right. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down 5. Oh boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Now on first down from the 43. Sends it back in motion. The give to the fullback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Got room to work. Turning it on. Touchdown, Oregon. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Mason. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. And the Tar Heels are in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Running back searching for a hole. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Gay. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Connors. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged out of the air. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Just inside their own 40 at the 39. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buying some time. He'll try to do it himself. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another 1st down. 1st and 10 again.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he had just enough to will that one home. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
With the catch, it's Perry. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Caught at the 25. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, if you were wondering if this offense was going to be more conservative in the second half after all the success they had in that first period, think again. They waste no time taking a shot on their opening drive early on. They've already scored a touchdown here. This defense continues to be on their heels.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give out of the gun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. and here comes the offense. Looking downfield on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Finds space on the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. Hits the open man. There he goes. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Fires fires to the wideout. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open.
Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Tar Heels! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Washington had an impressive showing at home, and to do it with some of the legends of the past there, Mark Brunell, Napoleon Kaufman, and Lincoln Kennedy, what a special victory. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Wants to throw on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Why not trying to get it in? Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make 2 wins in a row. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fakes to grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Snap from the gun on third down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The Ducks will try to punch it in on first and goal.
Let's go!
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Base, 27, jump!
He's got it. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab right down the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looking to throw on first down. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result,
and wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Tar Heels can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Gay. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. Just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead.
Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked him apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to get outside. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got a man. It's Perry. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Sometimes people put too much stock in the higher-ranked team is supposed to win. Looks as if that's going to happen thanks to the passing game in this one.
Yeah, they've got weapons, and we've seen that in the early part of this season. Speed on the outside. When they've got one-on-one matchups, they take advantage of it, and they're making a statement here today, Dave.
Yeah, when you do it against elite competition, your ranking starts to climb, the belief starts to climb, the pressure will climb as well, but this is a good statement day for this team.
The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Going for 6. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Pass the touchdown, North Carolina. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, we head to Dallas for a final update on one of the best games every year, the Red River Rivalry.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. Turning it on! And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Quarterback may change this route. Takes the grab on the left.
There's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
looking to throw on first down. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quarterback moving. He'll throw it. He's got it on the move. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to go up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.